So what is next? Well, Pacific Northwest Kai is here, bringing you guys a brand new deck profile with the Kid Ku, or the Son Goku and the Bonds of Friendship Son Goku on the Awakened side. I had some audio troubles on my last two videos, but hopefully this time it'll all work out. So if you didn't know what the leader does, he's a black leader. He also has the Son Goku childhood tag on him for the character trait. He's a Saiyan, obviously, and he's from the Path to Power saga. I'm not too sure. I'm guessing it's no, the beginning saga. I'm not too sure where it's from. But anyways, if you didn't know what the leader does, he has a permanent. If there's a skillless battle card in your drop area, if your life is at 6 or less, you can awaken. So you can awaken earlier before you even get to the 4 life. So that's really good condition there. And it has an activate main. Once per turn, choose one 4-star Dragon Ball in your hand, reveal it, then draw one card and gain 5k attack power for a duration of a turn. So it's essentially a 15k attacker when you have that 4-star Dragon Ball in your hand. Then when you awaken, you can draw one card, untap one card, or excuse me, untap one energy, and then flip this card over, and then you turn into Bonds of Friendship Son Goku, which has a similar effect on its awakened side. Its front side, which is draw one card, reveal one 4-star ball, and then draw 2 cards this time. And then you, instead of keeping it and gain that 5k attack power, you drop one card into the drop area. Then it also has an auto once per turn. When you combo with a skillless battle card, either from the drop area, your hand, or even in the battle area, that card gains 5,000 attack combo power for a duration of a turn. So it's essentially right there a super combo. You just don't get to draw, but that's only once per turn. So do be very cautious with that. So just to let you guys know, this deck is $86.39, but it does have some new cards in it, and there's a lot of its old stuff. Besides the new new counterplay card, Super Kamehameha, which they're only valuing at 60 cents. So technically, you can play this entire deck right now without the Super Kamehameha. So get right into the deck. Alright, we're going to start off with 3 Furthering Destruction Chompos. I like this guy because it's we're going to put a lot of bodies on the board, 30k bodies on the board, and so add on a double strike, forcing your opponent to take those damage, because comboing out a 40k attack is pretty hard. Even though it has a double strike, you kind of want to keep those cards in your hand and use them for some offensive plays and not defensive plays. So if you didn't know what he does, if you combo with this card, he gains the attacking card gains double strike for the duration of the turn, which is really nice. Then we're playing 3 Zeno buttons because we're running a lot of blue in this deck. Most of the deck is black, but we're running a lot of blue. We just don't want to charge so much black. But it has a counterattack, switch all your blue energy to active mode. You're going to see a lot me playing with Zeno button a lot in with pretty much all my decks, just because I like the blue leaders and I like blue cards in general. If you haven't told, my favorite color is blue. Awakening Talent Plan, just for self-awakeners, or playing like some Shinrons or some stalling decks like the Hatchak and things like that. Those guys like to stall you out. When this card attacks, you may choose one card from your life and add it to your hand, and if you do so, this card gains 10,000 power for duration of turn. So similar to the other self-awakener one-drop cards, but this card I think is a little bit better because at the end of turn it returns to its owner's hand, so you can keep reusing it. I know you might be like, oh, okay, you're going to have to pay another energy, though. But at the same time, are you really going to try to protect a 5k attack power battle card? And I mean, that's using up too much resources. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let this card bounce to my hand, and I'm going to play it again for 1 energy. Then we're playing 4 Sensu Beans. Choose up to 1 of your cards against 5,000 attack power for the duration of a turn, then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode. My favorite card, or counter card in the game, is Mafuba, and I'm so happy to be able to play this guy. I will be playing the promotional version of this guy because I think it's a little bit better. It's a counter battle card attack, so you cannot use this when your leader attacks, unfortunately, but you can use it when battle card attacks, and even cards that say like this card can't be negated and things like that. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So if it's like Sun Power, Awaken Sun Power, Son Goku attacks you or anything like that, you'll be able to straight up just negate that attack. Or not negate the attack, but stop the attack altogether, which is really nice. So basically, what the card does is negate the attack and place this card on the attacking card. And at the end of your opponent's next turn, so technically 2 turns, at the end of that turn, and then one more turn after that, your turn, and then one more your opponent's turn, you place this card and only this card in a drop area. As long as this card is stacked on top of another card, that card is treated as a battle card and its skill cannot be activated, so it gets no autos. Then you have skills card. You have Great Saiyaman, 30k beater, blue. Majin Buu, because I'm a big Majin Buu fan. So these are my two favorite characters in the game, is Son Gohan and also Majin Buu. It's Son Gohan youth, or excuse me, childhood, youth, I believe. Ooh, childhood. I think it's childhood. Yeah, Son Gohan childhood is my favorite one. The youth is okay, and then Son Adolescence is fine. I think they just underplayed them a lot. And then Majin Buu. All Majin Buus are pretty much my favorite Majin Buus. So I'm excited to be running him. When I actually make this deck in real life, I'm definitely going to get foil these guys. Then we're running 5 4-star Dragon Balls because you cannot have enough of these guys. Definitely don't want to run anything less than. We're going to be utilizing these because we want to make sure we get these like turn 1 and things like that. So if you don't know what it does, activate battle, so you can use it on your opponent's turn 2. Choose up to one of your battle cards or leader cards. It gets 5,000 attack power for the duration of your turn, and if it's a skillless battle card, it gets an additional 5k power for your duration of your turn. So right there is a super combo, just without the draw. They're running 2 crack space and space time. Basically a double strike just for our leader because it gives it 10k, or excuse me, 5k more, so it's 15k attack power, and do a double strike for your duration of battle. It's activate battle, so we can use it on opponent's turns as well. It does cost 1 energy though. They're running 3 Bonds of Friendship Android 8s, and when you play this card, look at the top 7 cards from your top of your deck. Choose up to 1 skillless battle card among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Because we want to kind of have skillless battle cards in our hand just to get that Bonds of Friendship, Son Goku's auto ability as well. Just kind of put more pressure on our opponent or defend ourselves. Then when a Son Goku childhood card is KO'd by opponent's skill or leaves a battle area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So that's really funny, because it could just say when when your Son Goku child, it just leaves the battle area, do this. It didn't really have to say the KO part by opponent's skill, because it still leaves the battle area. So that's really funny. But I guess they're just covering all ends, and it's a really good combo because you can do it on your opponent's turn. You can just combo out the Son Goku childhood, and you can get the Android 8's skill. So for our counter negates, we got counter attack. Or for black counter negates, your leader card is black, negate the attack, then choose up the 1 black battle card from your drop area or warp. So that's a really good part right there. With the energy cost of 1, and add to your hand. So we have quite a few options here. We got the Android 8 and then Son Goku, the Adventure Begins for our targets. The 2 cards we actually want to keep in our hands and play again. It's a Sparkin. So when we have 5 cards or more in our drop, you can use this by taking 1 life. So then the card you definitely want, it's basically the starter card. The thing that gets the engine going. You have to activate main once per turn. Choose up to 1 4-star ball from your deck or drop area and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck, and if you look through it. So that's really good right there. If you get this guy turn 1, it's guaranteed to get you a 4-star ball. So activate main once per turn. If your leader card is black, which ours is, choose up to 1 skillless battle card from with the energy cost of 3 or less from your deck or drop, and play it. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So it brings out our Great Saiyaman and our Majin Buus for our 2 energy instead of 3. So they're playing 4 Super Kamehameha because I think these new counterplay cards are so good. They only cost 1 and you can use it from life. We can't use this one for life, unfortunately, because it's permanent. You need all black cards, and we're playing blue. So if your leader card is black and your life is at 4 or less, which we try to get to 4 or less as fast as we can, even though we can awaken at 6, we just want to kind of get to a 4 or less as well. If the battle card that's being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, it's sent to its Ormus Warp instead of being played. That is so good. I mean, my personal opinion, that is really good to be able to play, or be able to just send it to the Warp and just negate the play altogether. Then, like I said, this permit is if you only have black cards in your energy and your life is at 4 or less, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by adding a card from your life to your hand instead of playing its energy cost. So that's pretty good. But then again, like I said, we are playing blue cards as well as black cards, so it's not really effective for us. So anyways, we have Master Roshi Strict Instructor Super Combo. It's 4 or less super combo. So when you combo this card, the leader card is black, and your life is at 4 or less, draw 1 card. And then our ultimate card, our boss card, we're having Beyond Darkness Demigra. I prefer him over like Gogeta and things like that. Obviously, like you have the hard cast Gogeta for 7. That's really good to shuffle those cards in your hand, but instead of shuffling those cards in your hand, I'll take a peek at my opponent's hand and pretty much use those as combo pattern if I get that attack through. I mean, obviously there's a lot of Champas and things like that, that puts me in rest mode, but he stays on the field since he's a Dark Overwhelm card. So he's ultimate Dark Overwhelm 7, so you need 7 black cards in your drop. The minimum requirement there, but then he stays on the field. So it's because he's Dark Overwhelm, not Overwhelm. He does not leave at the end of turn. And then you also pay 5 energy. A card has Triple Strike and auto. When this card attacks, your opponent reveals their hand. Choose up to 4 battle cards from it and combo with them in your combo area. Such a good card. I'm telling you, it's such a good card. So pretty much how the gameplay typically works, you want to get 4 stars in your hand as fast as possible. This deck has so much draw. So it kind of just keeps you field, and then you kind of want to control the battle area. You want to attack your opponent with like Great Saiyaman or the Majin Buu, locking them down. Obviously, you have the new like Dr. Euro cards that eat up your cards by paying 2 energy and things like that. That's gonna be really complicated to play around. That's where we're gonna have to build a side deck to get around those kind of things, or put a ton of pressure on our opponents. Since it's a green leader, that means they were susceptible to like Shock and Death Ball and all those green play cards that really just destroy those 1 and 2 drop cards. And that sucks, but at the end of the day, like that's all. I mean, it's gonna be a rock paper scissors format, and these new leaders are really putting these old decks, these old meta decks to work. I mean, even like Janemba and things like that, other than Brawly Yell BR, because that leader is well, it's the nuts. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys have any suggestions or anything at all, go ahead and comment down below. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe as well. Hopefully this video doesn't suffer from the same audio effects as the other ones, but I hope we did everything right there. But like I said, I'm gonna try to give you guys some more videos of these decks. I got a ton of decks, and I'm gonna give you some try to give you some untapped videos as well on me playing against a lot of older meta decks and a lot of new meta decks. Just to see if you guys can see the play style and things like that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys next time.